Hey, I'm Spencer with energeticcity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And today I'm at the Fort St. John Legion, joined by our MLA Dan Davies, who has decided to throw a tea for the Queen because it is her 70th. It's called the Platinum Jubilee, but she's been she's been serving the monarchy for 70 years, which is just fascinating when you think about it.
That is fascinating. There is no tea being thrown today, though, so we'll make sure that everyone knows that. But we are hosting a tea here at the Legion, and we're going to be here till 6 o'clock. It's very casual. We've got some sandwiches. We have cake. It is free to the public to come down. And, you know, and the real reason is obviously is to recognize 70 years as our monarch for Canada. She is the Queen of Canada. And, you know, just to look at the incredible accomplishments that she has done over 70 years, the turmoil that the world has seen in that time, what she's had to endure, the commitment, the sacrifice that she's made. And it's really interesting, and you talk to lots of people now that watch The Crown on Netflix and stuff, has really brought forward a lot of the behind the scenes and how things are going. And like you say, I think the least that we could do is hold a little tea here in Fort St. John. And we do encourage, there's lots of time to come down, have a sandwich, have a cup of tea. We have a slideshow going on in the background. And yeah, so encourage people to come down.
Yeah, because I mean, I am basing this off of, as you mentioned, The Crown on Netflix, but she really kind of came into power like shortly after the Second World War, correct?
Yes, yeah.
All right, and you know, you have you know, your own experiences with the Queen. You met her briefly.
I did, well, and when you say meet, it was more of a handshake and a how do you do, ma'am, and but nonetheless, yes, we were very lucky in the Golden Jubilee. To take a group of Fort St. John cadets down to Victoria and ended up becoming part of the Queen's greeting line on the front steps of the legislature. So it's something certainly I'll remember, you know, all of my life. And, you know, it's hard to believe that was 20 years ago. And now we're celebrating, of course, 70 years with her Platinum Jubilee. And, you know, even still today, she is actively engaged in her duties and her role at 96 years of age, and still, you know, obviously she's a little more frail than she was, but she is still doing her duties, and it's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and she powered through COVID too, which is
and she powered, and I think she actually had COVID at least once, if not twice. I think she had COVID.
It might have been twice.
Yeah,
I was just like, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, amazing contributions, and you know, the fact that, you know, she's still actively engaged, and you know, I think she's, you know, quick as a whip still. So
well, absolutely. And when you hear her speak, she is still very sharp. You know, absolutely. And I only hope that I'm like that at 96 years old. You know, I hope I'm like that at 76 years old. So
I just hope that I am at 96 years old, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm going for 50 right now, or 56 right now. So yeah, no. Anyways, I encourage people to come down. Like I say, there is lots of food here. We have cake. We'll be cutting the cake here around 5 o'clock, and tea and coffee, and come down to the Royal Canadian Legion banquet room.
Absolutely. It is free, and it is a great way to, I mean, learn more about Queen Elizabeth as well. Dan has put together a very informative slideshow. There's, I believe, 28 slides with facts
28
and pictures.
slides, yeah, even including our local visit with the kids and myself down there in 2002. So
it's a great way to learn, but at the very least, celebrate the Queen and have a free slice of cake.
Yeah.
Awesome, Dan. Well, thank you so much for having me and for throwing this. I know that you've been incredibly busy and you've been kind of putting this together. It was really kind of by yourself.
Off the side of my desk here just in the last few days, but like you say, it was something that I needed to do.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Dan.
Thanks, Spencer, and thank you guys as well for the continued support as well. So,
anytime.
Thanks.
All right. Well, this has been the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. I'm Spencer with energeticcity.ca, and this has been the Community Roundup. Thank you so much for